All right, folks, here it is on a Wednesday. Homer Skelton Ford. You all know we had a great weekend, and it's continuing during the week. In front of me, Mr. Melvin and Miss Mary Williams, married 49 years, going home in a 2015 Explorer. They live in the Hernando area, and we're so happy to have them as customers. Spent a little bit of time beforehand looking at some of the talented things that Mary does with her time. A couple quick questions, guys. First off, how did you find us? How did you find out about Homer Skelton Ford?
It was just convenient. We came out of New Jersey in 2009 with a fairly decent, fairly new car, a new Edge, and this is where we did our servicing.
Up north?
Originally from Texas, but we've been north for about 40 years.
Okay. So, is this the first place in the Mid-South that you bought a vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, so before us, wherever you bought was out of state?
That's correct.
Okay. And when you came to the dealership, certainly we all have expectations. How did your sales consultant meet your expectations?
He more than exceeded our expectations.
Okay, who
I didn't come in to buy a car. I came in to service my wife's car. And he just happened to open the refrigerator door and put his lunch in. I'm a salesperson, so I asked him, and I knew he had to be a salesperson using your refrigerator in a suit. I said, how many cars you sell today? And we started talking from that, and he showed me a vehicle. He put me in the vehicle. I rode around, and I decided I was going to buy it.
Who was your salesperson?
That was
Cook.
Jim Cook.
Jim Cook.
Right.
Jim does a great job.
And we happen to be both the same age. I mean, he's 72, and I'm celebrating the 23rd anniversary of my 49th birthday.
He's 72
also. We're the same age.
You're 72?
Right.
Mm-hmm. We both are.
But my wife's very happy. Being a salesman, I love to haggle, and I didn't get my way, but everybody's happy. Ford's happy. My wife's happy. So, I mean, I have to be happy, too.
Wait, hold it. Let's back up. You guys, you're really 72?
I'm
You're
72.
making me feel old.
She's a cougar, by the way. She's 24 days older than me.
Okay.
He loves it.
Yeah, he's having a good time, I can see.
Yeah.
I'm 65, but you guys don't look 72. That's great.
Well,
you obviously lead a very blessed life to look that good. You do look great. You're very welcome. All right. Good. Is he like this all the time?
Yes.
Well, you guys are smiling after 49 years, so it's got to be a good marriage. All right, so Jim did a great job. Tell people that are watching this thing, I mean, what separates Jim from experiences you've had from other salespeople?
Well, Jim is more empathetic. He's friendlier. He's personable. He wasn't selling me anything because I didn't come here to buy anything. We were just talking, and as I said, I'm pretty. I guess you call it a pretty spontaneous person, so I can make a decision like that. However, I'm not really going to make the decision without my wife knowing. So I gave them an offer that they had to refuse, and I sent my wife a text saying I've given them an offer that they're going to refuse, and of course they came back with something, and we went back and forth, and she wished me luck. Now we're to the point of consummating the deal. Now I have to make sure, because I'm not going to drive this. I still love, I have a business, and I don't want to have these extra expenses and what have you. So I mean, I basically would like to still drive my 2000 Ford Focus. But she has the 2008 Edge, and I wanted to get her another one. I think it's time to do it before we have those big repair bills. So I wanted to drive by to show her. So Jim and I went to my home to show her the car, and she was in love with it. And I had no other alternative but to go ahead and consummate the deal. What can I say? And she's happy, and I think once your wife is happy, you're happy.
Oh, I couldn't. I agree with that 100%.
Even if I didn't get the deal I wanted, But again, Ford has to make. Homer Skelton has to make money too.
Well,
and I understand.
Make a few dollars now.
I'll figure something out to get my deal when I bring in the Focus later on.
Okay. Be sure and let Jim know you're coming.
Right.
Okay. How about your finance experience? Did they answer all your questions to your satisfaction?
They did. I'm a little concerned about that, how they handle that. It seemed like they try to drive the customer to paying interest. I mean, in the end, I have a 060, but I knew I had good credit. But by the same token, it looks like they were trying to drive me to some interest rate that I would never consider paying. And obviously I'm not paying interest, but in essence I did, because losing about $1,500 off by doing the 0-60, I really paid 5%, but that's fine, that was up front. And like I said, I'm satisfied overall with the situation, but seemingly this industry drives people to try to get higher interest rates, and I think that's an unfortunate situation.
Well, and you're making a valid point, but let me just say this too. And you just said it, and you're 100% right. When you do get low rates, whether it's 0% or 1% or 2%, you're giving the manufacturer back the rebate. So in a sense, you're buying that rate down low. Finance department likes to point out that sometimes it's more beneficial to keep the money in case you ever trade the car, it's in an accident, so your payoff is less, and forego the interest rate and get whatever the market rate is. Sometimes it makes more sense to do it. It just depends a lot on your trading cycle and how long you're going to keep the vehicle. But hopefully we don't consciously push anybody to a higher interest rate. In fact, I can say we don't. But it is a give and take situation between the factory and those low interest rates. But obviously you're an educated consumer, and I appreciate your concern and appreciate your comments.
Well, I wanted to be candid, and I appreciate having an opportunity to allow me to be candid.
Absolutely.
But as I said, the bottom line is that everybody's happy.
Good, good. Would you recommend us to friend or neighbors?
Oh, sure.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Final question, Mary. I can see you're ready to go. I can see. Okay. So let's just wind it up with this question. Let's just say you ran into somebody that you knew, and they told you they were in the market for a car, and they were admiring your car. How would you summarize your experience here to them? How would you describe the whole experience with Homer Skelton to somebody?
I can start from 2009 when we moved here, bringing my car for service. I've never had a problem. I've never had to wait. They've been very courteous, very professional, and very honest, I believe, with the repairs or whatever had to be done. And all of my repairs has been here. We only had the brakes and what else. That was it.
Yeah, the major thing?
Yeah.
No major repairs.
No major repairs, and they have been very professional, very courteous, and very accommodating.
Well,
No matter what questions I present to them, what time I call, I tell you this funny story about the brakes. It was 85,000 miles checkup. We called and said, could we bring our car in? And he said, if you get here before 3 o'clock. And we were here before 3 o'clock. We were like 35 minutes away.
Yeah.
And when I drove in, I said, I'm here before 3. So they took us.
fantastic.
So I don't have any complaints, really.
Fantastic. Y'all mind if I say your age? Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, she's 72, and I'm celebrating the 23rd anniversary of my 49th birthday. She's a cougar.
That means he's 72 also.
Just want y'all to know, look at these folks. I mean, they don't look a bit like 72. Clean living does it, folks. I'm not even going to put my face out there. At 65, I'm sure I've had way too many years in the car business. I don't know. But 72 years old, God bless you both. Again, bless you for the marriage and union you've been together for all that time. And we do thank you so much for your business. Going forward, we don't forget that. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call on us. Thank you both for your time, okay?
Okay.
You welcome.
Thank you.
Sure. Bye-bye.